A box contains 13 currency notes, all of which are either 50 naira or 20 naira notes. The total value of the currency notes is 530 naira. How many 50 naira notes are in the box? So, say for example, you have 1,000 naira in your purse. Now, from the 1,000 naira, we have, let's say, two 200 naira notes. We have, let's say, 400 naira notes. And we have, let's say, the rest are 50 naira notes, for example. So that means this is going to give me 400 as well as this. That means that this has to be definitely 4 as well, because this is going to give me 200 naira. Now, from the question, we're told the total number of currency notes. So if we're going to use this analogy as well, that means in this case, our total number of currency notes is 10, some of which are 200, some of which are 100 naira, and some of which are 50 naira. Now, from our question, we're told the total value of the currency notes is 530 naira. In this simple analogy I'm using 1,000 naira. So, from the question, we should know that we're going to make an equation from our problem, and it is a simultaneous equation. It is a simultaneous equation because we are dealing with two variables. In this case, we have 50 naira notes and 20 naira notes. So to solve the question, let's say let x be the number of 50 naira notes and y is the number of 20 naira notes. Now, we're told that the box contains 13 currency notes. That means the sum of my x and y is 13. Let's say that's equation 1. Now, the total value of the currency note is 530 naira. That means the sum of the number of 50 naira notes and the number of 20 naira notes is 530. Since we know that our 50 naira notes, the number is represented with x, that means 50 multiplied by x plus 20 multiplied by y is 530. So that was 50x plus 20y equals to 530. Now, I have my two equations. But before I call this equation 2, I can see that all the terms in this equation are multiples of 10. So I want to factorize 10 out. 10 into 5x plus 2y equals to 530. If you choose not to factorize out, that's fine. You will still get the same answer if you solve carefully. So let me divide both sides by 10. That means I'm going to have 5x plus 2y equals to 53. So let me call that my equation 2. Now I can solve both equations simultaneously. I have x plus y equals to 13 and 5x plus 2y equals to 53. If I would choose to use substitution method, I'll have x equals to 13 minus y, and then I will substitute this into equation 2. That means my 5x now becomes 5 into 13 minus y plus 2y equals to 53. So I'm going to have 5 times 13, which is 65, minus 5y plus 2y equals to 53. Now, 65, negative 5y and positive 2y will give me a negative 3y equals to 53. Then if I'm to collect like terms, if my 3y goes to the right side and my 53 comes to this other side, I'm going to have 3y equals to 12, and my y is definitely 4. Now, I can get my x, which is x equals to 13 minus 4, which is 9. That means my x is 9 and my y is 4. I choose to solve it on my right side because I want to use the elimination method. So for this question, in fact, elimination is quite easier and faster. So from equation 1, if I multiply equation 1 by 2, it is going to make the coefficient of y equal. So if I say, since this is equation 1, and this is equation 2. So if I say equation 1 multiplied by 2, that means I'll have 2x plus 2y equals to 26. Please remember to multiply each of your terms. Now, that's my new equation. So comparing that with 5x plus 2y equals to 53, I can easily eliminate my y. So if I say this, if I want to take away this from, let's say this is equation 3, this remains equation 2. So if I say equation 2 minus equation 3, that means I will have 5x minus 2x equals to 53 minus 26. And that means 3x equals to 27, and my x is 27 over 3, which is 9. I actually don't need to calculate y because the question asked me how many 50 naira notes are in the box. Since we've represented our number of 50 naira notes by x and I've gotten x, there's no need for me to calculate y. So that means there are 9 50 naira notes in the box. Now, let's confirm our answer. If we truly have 9 50 naira notes, that means I'm going to have 50 naira times 9, and that's 450 naira. So, okay, thankfully we calculated our y using the substitution method. So we got 4 as y. So that means if we have 4 20 naira notes, that will be 20 naira multiplied by 4, and that's 80 naira. So if you had 450 naira to 80 naira, definitely you are getting this 530 naira. So you can see that you can confirm your answers. So if at the point you made a mistake, you can trace it back to where the mistake was and correct it.